Hi, welcome to the latest video in the Irish Ancestors series. Today is going to be a short one. What I'm going to talk about are some of my favorite shortcuts. They're not exactly shortcuts. They're ways of juggling with different record transcripts on different sites and using one to get the best out of the other. That sounds a bit abstract. Let's get straight down to business, okay? So, and most of what I'm going to be doing isn't actually directly on the site, it's on other sites. So the starting point for the first thing I want to do is see this marriage here in 1881, Lawrence Noon marrying Bridget Madden. Okay, we click on it, we get into our original records, which you should always look at. And there we are. Marriage solemnized in the Roman Catholic Chapel of Ballaghaderreen, as it says, in the Registrar's District of Ballaghaderreen in the Union of Castlereagh, about 15 miles up the road from where I grew up, so I know it well. Hello, Lawrence. Hello, Bridget. Anyway, the information you have on this record is what you now want to use to open up earlier records and later records. So we concentrate on the Maddens to start off with anyway. Bridget is full age, so she's over 21. So it's 1881. So this would mean that she is older than 21. So born 1860, possibly 1861. She's a spinster. She's living in this townland here, which you can't read and I can't read. And her father is John Madden. Okay, the first thing to do is find out what that townland is. And the way to do that is to look at the list of townlands in the Registrar's District of Ballaghaderreen, because it must be one of those. So we go back to my own site, to places, to Poor Law Union maps. And do you remember, it says in the Union of Castlereagh, so the Poor Law Union of Castlereagh, and there we are, the wonderful Poor Law Union of Castlereagh, and the Registrar's District of Ballaghaderreen. Okay, and the place name begins with a DR, and that looks like an M, and that's definitely an L. So DR Drumnalassan. Okay, it's Drumnalassan there. Okay, that's it. No doubt. Drumnalassan. Drumnalassan is in the civil parish of Castlemore in County Mayo. Castlemore is one of the most peculiar parishes in Ireland because bits of it are in three separate counties: Sligo, Mayo, and Roscommon. So that's a problem we come up against when we're looking at it again. The first thing we want to do, though, is we want to see, okay, she was born around 1861, 62, 60. Her father is John Madden. So we want to look in Drumnalassan to see if there's a John Madden there. Okay, Drumnalassan. There we go. You click on it. You're taken to Griffiths. You go into the occupants, and nary a Madden to be seen anywhere in the townland of Drumnalassan. Take my word for it. Okay. There are no Maddens there. So, what do we do next? Well, we expand what we're doing. Instead of focusing on a John Madden, leave it with the surname and with the parish. So we'll take a Madden. We'll take any Madden. So we want them in County Mayo. We want them preferably in Castlemore. But let's see what happens. Castlemore and search. And what have we got here? Owen Madden. Now, again, this is one of these peculiar little Irishnesses. Owen is an anglicized version of EOIN, Owen, which is a Gaelicized version of Ioannes, the Latin for John. So all of these names, Ioannes, Owen, John, are interchangeable. So let's see where this man is. We look at the original page. And there he is there in the townland of Tumana, Owen Madden, land, house, and offices, sharing all of these with with various neighbours. It looks like a clachan, a street village. They're all jointly liable for bits of the tax. But Tumana, all right, Tumana. Where exactly is Tumana? Is it anywhere close to Drumnalassan? It's certainly in the same parish, but it could be 10 miles away. So what I would do is look at townlands.ie, Castlemore. Let's see, Tumana. Tumana, you notice it's spelled slightly differently. And there it is there on the outskirts of the town of Ballaghaderreen. And Drumnalassan is to the west. So where is Drumnalassan? Drumnalassan is there. And Tumana is there. So the townlands are beside each other. That's good circumstantial evidence. Also the fact that this is the only Madden in there are other own Madden entries. You see one there, but they're just for land. So this is the only occupier, Madden occupier, in the parish in Griffiths in the 1850s. So good circumstantial evidence. What about his death then? This, if we want to find out what age her father was. Okay, he's alive by the look of it in 1881, maybe. It's never quite clear what there's no requirement to say that the fathers are alive or dead, so it's always a little unclear. So John Madden. Okay, what I would do here is go to Roots Ireland, rootsireland.ie, log in, because Roots Ireland, if you go to irishgenealogy.ie to search for the death, and you search for John Madden in John Madden death in Castlerea, Castlerea death, and search, you have 17 of them. Okay, fine. Some of them are outside the possible date range, but the only way to identify which is the right one, which might be the right one, is to go in and grind through them all and see if there's some circumstantial evidence. So shortcut. Genealogists, or at least this genealogist, lives in perpetual search for shortcuts, for easier ways of doing things. So we're looking for burial records. We're looking for burial records for the parish or district of Ballaghaderreen. One of the peculiarities of the way Roots Ireland does the civil records, first of all, not every one is covered in all heritage centres in all counties, so you need to be sure. I happen to know that Roscommon have done them. You notice I'm in Roscommon rather than Mayo. Okay, so Ballaghaderreen. All right, I want to look for Madden deaths. I want them to be in the townland of Tumana. So you can see you have T, wildcard, which is a percentage. Tumana, we've already seen it spelled two different ways. TU, TOO. It's also spelled with MNAEY. So you take out as many of the vowels as you can. Actually, take out that last there. So TMN. These are the ones that don't get changed, get mangled, and see what there are. And there's only one. And it's a John Madden. And it's in Toomanahy, it says, in 1883. Okay. Informant, Noon, BC. What the heck is that? Go and look at the original. It's 1883. So there it is. There it is. Open it up. And John Madden, male, widower, 76, landholder, and the informant is BC Noon, daughter of deceased, present at death, Toomanahy. There's a couple of points to be made there. First of all, that is gold dust. BC Noon, we have the marriage of his daughter Bridget to a Lawrence Noon in 1881, and 2 years later, BC, that's obviously a pet name for Bridget, Noon, daughter of deceased, present at death at Toomanahy. That isn't there in the Roots Ireland transcript. So you'll only get that by using the Roots Ireland information to zero in on the Irish genealogy record, irishgenealogy.ie record. And the other thing is, of course, that the townland is spelled completely different, to Manahi as opposed to Tumana. So again, go figure. The point about this is that you can use the Roots Ireland transcripts to zero in on records that have more information on irishgenealogy.ie, but that you can't get at without having to wade through them all because they're not transcribed in the way that the Roots Ireland ones are. Okay, I think I'm just going to stop there. That's a nice, neat, self-contained example of how you can leverage one set of transcripts to get access to the original records on another site. Okay, I wish you happy hunting.